Hey, what's up, everybody? Commission Ace Coach 704 here. PEL Quarter 3 Power Rankings. We're going to jump through these pretty fast because it's late. and we got a long work week ahead of us this week. So, from the bottom to the top, here we go. Number 32, Chicago Bears. Yet to win a game this season. Tough year in Chicago in a tough division. 31 Buccaneers. Their only win so far this year has been a sim win. They got some issues on the offensive side of the ball they need to correct. 30 are the Patriots, like I talked about. Best 1-9 team ever. Lost only, I think, lost 6 games by a touchdown or less. Very tough to play. 29 are the Rams. Tough NFC West division. It's kind of really hurting them. 28 are the Bengals. We're glad he's here. Very good player, but he's in rebuilding mode. 27 are the Texans, also in rebuilding mode. They cut J.J. Watt this past week. He's also a Dallas Cowboy now, so they're trying to free up money to help reshape their team in the offseason. 26 are the Broncos, who cut their really good rookie quarterback Vincent, who's a backup in Kansas City now. Don't think he'll be re-signed. He'll want too much money. We'll see where they go in the draft. Probably another quarterback. 25 are the Cowboys. Like I said, they picked up J.J. Watt. They've been busy studying for, I think, finals or something like that. So I think as this year goes out and then in the next year, season 4, they'll be more active overall. 24 are the Raiders. 3 wins on the year. I think one's a sim and then one was a force, and he actually got one on the field. But Jerome is our resident POF ho. If you need help finding women on plentyoffish.com, he's the guy for you. 23 are the Saints. Number of things happened this year with the Saints that have been unfortunate. Between travel and then getting hurt. Hadn't been able to play as many games, but he's a good player. 22 are the Ravens. We're glad to have him. He knocked off the Dolphins in one of his first games, which was a good win. He's still rebuilding in Baltimore, but I think moving forward, that's going to be another tough addition in that very tough AFC North division. 21 are the Redskins. We're glad to have Mr. Xavier join us, who texted me, so I assume he found us on the Daddy Leagues post that I made. Did some research on him. He's a very sim player. He's been in some other sim leagues, so I think he'll be an asset once he gets his feet under him and is able to start getting into the flow of things. I think he'll be good to be here in the league, so we're glad to have you. The previous Redskins owner got promoted at work and he had to leave the majority of his leagues. So that's why he left. Left on good terms. Number 20 are the Titans. 4-6, man. He's lost 4 in a row. He's got to find a way to kind of right the ship, and you're going to have to win out to try to stay in the race in the AFC as far as the wild card goes. I think Kyle's got the division as the Jags locked up pretty much. 19 are the Vikings. The Vikings have missed some games also due to travel, but he should be back in the fold Monday night, and then back to normal. And then he can make a push in the NFC wild card chase. I think he's too far behind Kendall and the Lions. 18 are the Colts. At 5-5, they're on the edge in the AFC playoff race. Got a lot of teams to fight with that are a little ahead of them right now. So they're a little off the pace from last year, but they have the ability to knock off people and can still hang in there. I think they can afford maybe one more loss, maybe. 17 are the Giants. Facing some competition this year in the NFC East has not made it that easy for them to get back to the playoffs. I don't think they're going to pass the Eagles in the standings, but they are still in the wild card hunt in the NFC. 16 are the Dolphins. They've played some tough games here lately. Some new people, but they're getting back on track. They won, I think last night or today, and they got us next week. And I know he's going to be hungry to throw everything he's got to end our streak. So we'll be ready, and we'll see what happens. It's in Miami, so I expect some BS. 15 are the Panthers, and that's probably the most appropriate spot for them. You don't know what you're going to get from week to week with Carolina. They play good defense, but then they gave up 45 today to the 49ers. So, the 49ers are a good team, so there's no shame in that. But up and down, we'll see if that's good enough to win that NFC South, where the Falcons are coming in at number 14. Most talent in the division for sure, but, kind of the same thing, up and down. We started out with the 2-game suspension, but then won a lot of games, but then he's lost his last two. So, we'll see what happens. Today was a tough game against the Seahawks, so I give him a little pass on that. 13 are the Jets. Good team. They're going to play the Redskins, and I think a big game there to see if they can hang in there and stay in the AFC wildcard picture. If they win, they'll be 7-4, and they'll put them at a tie with the Browns and the Chargers for those last two wild card spots out of the conference. So they're in it. We'll see if they can stay in it. And talking to Chargers, number 12, they won today, I believe, or yesterday, whenever I hooked it up. And I play them in 2 weeks, and he says the lag hurts him, but it doesn't seem to hurt him all the time. So I don't believe that for a second, and I'm sure he'll be eager to play us. Number 11 are the Packers. They got blasted today by the Chiefs, 57-14, but they're playing better this year at 7-4, and they're in the thick of it in the NFC wildcard chase. All right, here's the top 10. Number 10 are the Browns. They lost to the Steelers today, 24-10. But like I said earlier, they're at 7-4. They're still right now to playoffs start, and they would be in the playoffs as the AFC as a wild card. A lot of close games for the Browns this year, no matter who they play. That's been a common theme for them. Number 9 are the Cardinals. Despite their quarterback issues, they've been able to hang in there. And if the playoffs started today, they'd be in the NFC playoffs, I believe, as the last wild card at 7-3. They hadn't played yet this week, but being right there in it, and they're still on the heels of the Seahawks and the 49ers in that tough NFC West. Let's see. Number 8 are the Eagles, leading the NFC East right now at 8-3. I think they're going to win that division. Their only competition, I think, realistically, are the Giants, and they've got at least a 2-game lead on them moving forward. Number 7 are those Seahawks at 8-3. They got a big win today over Atlanta to keep the pressure on Levi and the 49ers. But they're in a good position. The playoffs started right now. They'd be the first wild card team out of the NFC. Number 6 are those Chiefs that won big today. Like I said, with them a ton of speed. Frank broke them down pretty well, and in one of his blog posts, a lot of compression sets, crossing routes, and stuff like that. So, you play the Chiefs, that's what you're going to expect. Number 5, top 5. Number 5 are the Jaguars. In control of the AFC South at 8-2. I think they're going to win that division pretty easily, to be honest with you. Tough team to play, a lot of speed on defense. And then offensively, they got Fournette, and then playing efficiently with Bridgewater. So it's a tough combination to handle in Jacksonville. Number 4, the 49ers, and he's at 9-2 in charge of the NFC West, and I believe he's in the position to have a bye in the NFC playoffs. If the playoffs started today, overall, Levi's doing what he does, plays good, efficient football. C.J. Beathard has developed well to move the ball on offense, and then, of course, defensively, he's the king of cover 3. I don't know that this year. That was just last year. Number 3 are the Steelers. They moved to 10-1 today. They have the number 2 seed right now in the AFC playoffs and a bye, and control in the AFC North with the 10-1 record, a 3-game lead over the Browns, who they just beat today. So they're in a really good spot, as they always have been. The key for them, of course, is in the playoffs. Can they replicate what they've been doing in the regular season? Number 2 are the Bills. I am not number 1, even though I'm undefeated. The reason why is, like I said, we still have to play some good teams. I think if we beat those good teams, that we have justification for being number 1. But just in my eyes, I'm not the best right now in the league. And Daddy Leagues even had me at number 2 this week, and they agree with me. Number 1 team are the Detroit Lions, the defending champs. 9-1 on the year. Their loss came in week 1, a 3-point loss to the Vikings. Ever since then, they have dominated most of the games they've been in, and it's tough to stop them. I'll hold back on the strategy, because I think if we get to the Super Bowl, I've got a strategy that can slow them down, not stop them. But we'll see what happens. But Kendall's got it going with Brad Kai and all those guys getting it done on offense, and then defensively he does some usering that's pretty good. All right, so that's this week's power rankings. Let me know what you think. I appreciate you guys' support of the PEL, all the blogs and interaction, knocking your games out. Let's continue to do that. We're in season 3, of course. And last power rankings, of course, will be the Owners Award show at the end of the year. We have a lot of fun. Thanks for watching, guys. Good luck. Appreciate it.